How can I be the man that they deserve? Yes, this is the question that we are going to dive right into the center of the fire together. We're going to turn up the heat. We're going to explore this. Welcome to the Man on Fire podcast. I am your host, David Mehler, and the creator of Man on Fire. So, how can we be the man that they deserve? Well, first of all, who is they? Well, I'm most likely talking about either your wife, I'm talking about your children, maybe I'm talking about your friends, maybe I'm talking about your ex wife, maybe I'm talking about the people in your town, people in your city, the people in your country, the people in the world. How can we be the man that they deserve? Now, we all know as men, we have this ability to grow and to thrive and to become the leaders that we were born to be. And so many of us know that we're not necessarily living into the fullness of our potential. And women have an uncanny ability amongst many, 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 many talents, these sacred beings, these blessed beings, these goddesses that we're here to protect the beauty of their hearts so they can reveal the full radiance of who they are to the world. And one of their many skills is that they can look at a man, sometimes even a boy when he's younger, and they can see his potential. They can see what we can't see in the mirror. So we look in the mirror and sometimes we see a loser, we see a fake, we see a fraud, we see a phony, we see an ego, but they see something that we can't see. And they're able to recognize that this guy is built for something special. He's going to change the world. And they want to be by our side. They want to help you go from the boy to the man, all the way up to the king. And they want to sit by you, assume their throne as the queen, while you sit in your throne as the king. And they want to together be in the castle, help build family, and spread the leadership throughout the world. And this is what they want from us. And if you're listening to this and it's not you, great. But for so many of us, and I've spoken about this in a previous podcast. So many of us fall into this addiction. We fall into this thing that flies under the radar. It comes in on stealth mode. And what is this thing that I'm talking about? We fall into this hypnotic state that we call complacency, where all of a sudden at one point in life where you were born for greatness, you were born for extraordinary, you were born for phenomenal, you were born to rise into the fullness of your potential, open up your angelic wings and make a huge dent in this world, make huge impact, huge influence, and take on the leadership role that you know you came here to take on, with your contract you have with your creator. And something happens where we fall into this hypnotic state. And next thing you know, life's okay. Life's good. Life is fair. Life is average. Life is bland. Life is neutral. And now you're in neutral. And neutral, you don't go anywhere. You got to hope there's a hill to get a little bit of momentum. But the next thing you know, you're going uphill. And if you're in neutral, you're screwed. This is what happens to so many of us men. We forgot who we are. We forgot the bigness of who we were born to be. We forgot that we're here to live into our potential. Sure, many of us might be doing that in our business, but are we doing that in our relationships? Are we doing that with our children? Are we doing that with our wife? Are we doing that with all of our employees? Chances are for many of us, the answer is no. And I'm not here to help you like all of a sudden have a heavy weight called shame and guilt and put them on your shoulders. No, this is a wake up call for us as men, right? If we don't give it to each other straight, if we sugarcoat it, we're doing our one another a disservice. So we're here to give it to each other straight, right between the eyes, but give it with heart and give it with love. So what ends up happening with a man when he knows he's built for more and starts making some poor decisions and his life starts going down a road like we spoke about in previous podcasts where he's all of a sudden pain managing, I just want to take the edge off, and he's smoking weed or having a glass of wine. Next thing you know, there's an affair where he's leaking his energy and he's watching pornography, and now he's staying at work because he doesn't feel successful at home. And next thing you know, what happens to this man is he goes to his head. He goes to his head because he comes home, he doesn't feel successful. He goes to his head. We've heard the expression analysis paralysis. We've heard the expression get in your head, you're dead. And so now all of a sudden he's living up in his head. Why? Chances are he probably didn't face some of the hurts and the wounds and the traumas from when he was younger. So it's not safe enough to fully be in the body, not safe enough to fully be in the heart. He looks in the mirror. We're not necessarily liking who we're seeing back. So we go to our head. Why? The head is the place where we can have a little bit of safety because we don't have to feel what's there, the pain in the body. And so when we go to our head, something happens. We start to lose empathy. We start to lose compassion. We start to lose the ability to be fully present. And then you hear things like from your lady, like, where are you right now? Or maybe you're at your kid's baseball game, but you're not really there. You're doing business deals. You're at your daughter's recital, but you're not really there. You're on your phone. Your wife looks over. She gives a pointing look, and you know it. There's nothing you can do about it because you're in the hypnotic state of complacency. You're stuck in your head. You don't know how to get back into your body. You don't know how to restore the empathy, the compassion, and the presence. And it's painful. And so what ends up happening is you hear things like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. I want a separation or I want a divorce, or you're sleeping in separate rooms, you're in the basement, you're wondering what's going on, why is she cold? I go to work, I work hard to make an honest living, to provide for my family. That we got the house, the summer house, the winter house, the kids are in the best school. What's the problem? The problem is you're not there. You're in your head and you know it. So what happens is this is an eradication of trust. She no longer can trust you. Why? Because she can't feel you. And if you can't feel yourself, because she's witnessing that you can't connect to your emotions, and if she recognizes that you can't connect to your own emotions because you're in your head, then you can't connect with her emotions. And if you can't connect with her emotions, then she can't trust you because you can't sense what she's feeling. So you ask her how she's doing, she says good, but she's not. And you just take it at face value because you're not present, you're not there. And again, I'm not saying this to beat any man up. I want you to understand this is the mechanism that's running us, right? We're caught in the machine, we're caught in the matrix. We got stuck in our head, but there is a way out. That's the good news. So all of a sudden the trust is gone. So of course the intimacy is gone. Or if you are having sex, it's mechanical, it's chore-like. You can tell it's more on the surface. It's not deep. It's just maybe so that you won't be so irritable. So she helps you come to orgasm, come to ejaculation. Why? Because she rather have you do that than be rude or be harsh or be cold or be withdrawn. So she kind of just allows that, which really isn't fair to her. I'm not going to go into that, but we have to protect her heart. We have to recognize when our wife is really not energetically available and there's not a green light there, because later in life, that's going to come back where she's going to tell you how upset she is about that and how it almost felt like you violated her. So there's no more trust. There's no more intimacy. You're probably sleeping in separate rooms, maybe down in the basement, and you're scratching your head going, what the hell is going on here? And it's simple. You have to recognize, of course, in life, we all know, right? We've all been told you reap what you sow. But I've been doing so much for my family. Yes, but along the way, you got up in your head. Along the way, you disconnected from your heart. Along the way, you lacked the ability to be present. Along the way, you lost your empathy. You lost your compassion. So it's like you're a shell of your old self. So how do we be the man that they deserve? Well, you got to have a mindset shift, right? You got to take back the helm of your own ship. You got to become the captain once again of your mind and of your body and of your life. And you got to recognize that you will get in life exactly what you're willing to tolerate. You must, as a man, assume full ownership and full responsibility for everything that's happening in your life right now is in relationship to where you're at and who you're being. This gives you power. This gives you full control, full autonomy over your life. If you recognize that what is showing up in my world, in my life, in my sphere of influence, which is my immediate family and my wife and my kids, whatever is coming back to me, I am the creator of that. Can they feel me? Can they hear me? Can they sense me? Do they feel seen by me? So you will get in life what you're willing to tolerate. And so many of us have lowered our standard. We have a soul standard. Remember, she saw the potential of who you were. She looked right into your eyes and she's like, I know what he's made of. I know what he's built for. And you will get what you're willing to tolerate. So are you done tolerating living in your head? Are you done tolerating playing small? Are you done tolerating being less than who you know you were born to be? Because if you excuse it away, if you have excuses and justifications, nothing's going to change. So how do we be the man that they deserve? We get honest. We get honest with ourselves and we realize, oh my God, I've fallen into that hypnotic trap of being complacent. Oh my God, I have gone up into my head. I have disconnected from my body. I don't feel anymore. I do lack empathy. I do lack being present. I'm not in my heart anymore. I don't know how to connect with my children on a deeper level. I don't know how to pierce and penetrate and look deeply into my wife's soul where she feels fully seen by me, where she could reveal herself and be fully visible. So we got to be honest. How do we be the man they deserve? We got to be honest with where we're at. And we got to be willing to raise the bar, raise our standard, no longer tolerate for what we have and claim what's possible. We got to come back into that energy. Well, how do you do that, David? How do you do that? Number one, just be honest that that's where you're at. Stop resisting it. Stop hiding. Stop numbing out through alcohol and weed and porn and all these other ways. Number two, surround yourself with a community, a brotherhood of like-minded men that want more out of life, that won't tolerate you playing small, that won't tolerate you living with less passion, power, and purpose than you were born for. Why? Because without that, we will fall into that hypnotic state. Who's pushing us? Who's challenging us? Who's bringing us up to the next level? Who's helping us break through the next ceiling, land on the next floor, break through another ceiling, get on the next floor, break through another ceiling? Has to do with the circle that we immerse ourselves in. So number one, be aware of what's really happening and be honest with yourself. Number two, surround yourself with others that want the same out of life that you want. Go to seminars, come to a Man on Fire immersion, Let us help you break into your body, break into your heart, take down your own walls so you can take down her walls. So how do you be the man that they deserve? You got to have a hunger for it. You got to have an insatiable appetite, an unquenchable thirst. You got to want this. So other people want it for you, but you got to want it for yourself. You got to claim that for yourself. You got to remember that that's who you are. The look that your wife gave you at the altar, she knew, I see his potential. I'm so excited for our life. So it's time for us as men to wake up. This is a wake-up call, right? Not putting any man down right now. And for the men listening right now that are crushing it, good for you. Help others rise. Together we rise. Men help each other rise. We're not here to tear each other down. No shame, no guilt. It's like, no, I see the bigness of who you are. I see what you were born for. I see into your soul. I see your full potential, and I'm going to hold you to it, brother. That's what this is all about. Helping a man, that sacred journey from his head to his heart. You get in here, and you will be the man that they deserve. You'll be a man that's fully integrated. You'll be a man that is living in his heart, living in his power, living in his strength, living in his purpose. Every single one of us is capable of this. If you know another man that needs to hear this, please share this with him. Put into the chat, what is one big takeaway that you got from today's podcast? Guys, it's with so much love. Here's to you rising with passion, with power, and a deep sense of purpose. It's your Man on Fire mentor, David Mehler. Bye for now. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you'll know the next episode has dropped.